Hi and welcome to another tasting note, tasting blog, whatever you want to call it, I guess. This is my very first one of 2019 and I'm delighted to be able to taste John Duval's Annexus Grenache. So this is a new wine for John Duval, and if any of you don't know who John Duval is, John Duval was a guy who was responsible for making essentially Australia's most iconic red wine for quite a number of years. Penfolds Grange. He was handed the title of that after Max Schubert, the guy who originally created it, stepped down. And he did that until about 2003, until he went out and set up his own venture, which is John Duval Wine. So over that period of time while he was working with Grange, he was able to make really great connections with top growers in the Barossa and South Australia and that part of the world. So he has access to a lot of really good fruit. So historically he's made the Plexus, which I'm a big fan of, and it's his SGM blend, so it's Shiraz, Grenache, Mourvedre blend. He's made his Entity, which is a single Shiraz, and then he made Ilago, which was like a small parcel, sort of higher spec Shiraz, should we say. So this is essentially the sidestep of that from the Grenache version, and he also makes now a Matero version as well. So he's taken the elements out of the Plexus, the Shiraz into the Entity, and then the Annexus is his Grenache, and then the Mourvedre as well. Can't remember the name of it. So new wine for us now. It's very small production. He only makes about 250 cases, and the vines that these the juice for these wines come from are 50 to 100 years old Grenache vines in the Barossa Valley and in the Eden Valley. So some really old gnarly vines producing fantastic small crops of fruit, and it's only produced in the very best years, of which 2015 was one. So colour wise on this here, medium depth, I suppose, not light. Sometimes you can get Grenache can be really light. You never see them full bodied. This is about as full bodied as I suppose you're going to see. It's aged for 12 months in French oak hogsheads as well. Hogshead is 300 litres, where a barrique is 225 litres. So it still has a fairly sizable influence on the wine, but not as much maybe as a barrique might have. So some whole bunch ferments in there as well. Very gentle handling too in the cellar. So lovely red fruit flavours coming through in the nose, sort of cherry, raspberry, quite a lot of spicy, sweet spice, bacon spice notes, or like cinnamons and cloves and things like that coming through, as opposed to the peppery side of things. Beautiful nose. Texture of this wine is fantastic. Really fine tannin. You don't get a lot of tannin with Grenache typically anyway. Nice high acid. A little bit peppery on the finish, but lovely smooth velvety texture to the palate. Grenache is a variety which Australia is really promoting at the minute, or there's a lot of effort going into Grenache in Australia. There's some really great examples coming out, some not so great examples, I must say. I've tried a lot of Grenache over the last little while, and some flatter to deceive, some don't live up to their prices. This John Duval Annexus, I must say, having drank out a few glasses of it last night, this is the next day, with some steak dinner, it was sensational. This is easily one of the best Grenache wines I've tasted of late out of Australia. I think he's done a marvellous job with this, and it really lifts the bar for where the Grenache variety has been and is going to be for Australian Grenache in particular. I think this is a stunning example, and if you like New World wines, you want to try Grenache, you like Grenache, whatever, even if you just like wine, try John Duval's Annexus Grenache. It is superb, I must say. Now, I don't know what the critics are saying about this here, but I have no doubt if they have or haven't tasted this, it will be getting rave reviews, I have no doubt. Beautiful bottle of wine. It will age, but it'll drink beautifully right now. So there you go, John Duval's Annexus Grenache. You see it, particularly on our site, buy it. Remember, getawaymy.com, place where taste matters. Cheers.